Hey guys, your friendly neighborhood Oldhim here to clear some stuff up. So I've seen this fatigue build running around lately, and it seems to be winning an event here and there. And after a little bit of research, looking into the deck, seeing how it plays, and doing some thorough testing, I've actually come up with something that is improved on the old design and is literally unbeatable. Now this deck is actually broken, like you cannot lose with it. You won't have any fun, your opponent won't have any fun, no one's going to have any fun, but you'll definitely win events with it. So to start us off, we'll just go by card, and then we'll go through some sideboarding tips and some other advice. So first of all, we have the hero, Oldhim himself. If you like a challenge, you can play the young hero, but I prefer the adult because it has 40 health instead of 20. Headpiece, Crown of Seeds. This card needs to go. It should be banned. It's completely broken. Tunic, because it looks good. Crater Fist. Ironhide. Obviously we have to play Titan's Fist instead of Winter's Well, but it doesn't really matter because you're not really swinging with a hammer anyway a lot of the time. We play Rampart. We don't play Stalagmite. We just use Rampart because, again, we're just mostly trying to stop anything that our opponent does ever. We have our Lantern, we have our Boots, and our Arms. These are just null runes for arcane damage fuckwits. And then we have Sledge for the Mirror. So, alright, we'll go on to the card by card. So first of all, we play, let's move this stuff out of the way. We play 3 Sigil. This is all about life gain. We play 3 Sunkiss. This is just more life gain. I've seen a couple of people going different ratios between Sunkiss and Healing Balm. We're actually just playing all 6 of them. Very, very good card. Gains you life, undoes everything your opponent does in the game. We're on Blessing of Patience. This card came out in Dynasty. This is pretty nuts. It blocks 3. You can play it off Tunic. You can tutor it with Imposing Visage. It's very good. We've got Blessing of Deliverance as well. This is a bit of a spicy choice, but it honestly gains you a lot of life, and that's all we're aiming to do in this deck, so we play 3 of those. We're also on 3 Rejuvenate. This is again just gaining 3 life. There are some niche situations where you can actually play it as an instant, and that's kind of cool. 3 Oasis, again preventing damage, gaining life. We're also on 3 Life for a Life. This one you can actually play off Tunic, and sometimes if you're bad at the game and you're losing, you can actually play this, if you've got less health, into a hammer, which is sometimes relevant. So we play 3 of that. We're on 3 Tome of Fendel. This is a bit of a slower life gain card. You mostly just play it from Arsenal when you want to keep it. You can play it off Tunic. You just gain some life. You don't really care about the action points or swinging. You just try and play it, maybe gain 2 life, maybe gain 3. Yeah, that's all you're trying to do. Remembrance, this is sort of the key component of the deck. We're basically trying to gain all this life with all of this stuff, and then we're basically trying to remembrance these things back and gain even more life. Most decks will play 3 remembrance. We're actually on 4. I just think the card's so good. It's just so broken. I just don't understand why you wouldn't play 4. So we're on 4 of those. Now we move on to the blues. So we're on more life gain, 3 Healing Potion. A bit of a slower one, but still life gain. Fendel's Fighting Spirit. This came out in Uprising. This is quite a cool card, actually. You can use it to block breakpoints, or you can pitch it for Titan's Fist, and it'll actually trigger the ability, which is kind of nice. You're not really swinging with the hammer that often, because, you're not doing anything proactive. But, you can gain a bit of life here and there, and it supports the strategy. So we're on 3 of that. We're on this. This is a little bit of spicy tech for you. It's Strategic Planning. Now, this card costs 1. You can play it, and you can basically put back anything that costs 0. So we're basically looking to put back all of our life gain and just continuously loop constant life gain and constant, undoing of anything that's happened. So we're on 3 of those. Now, I'm only on 3 ice cards, which is Channel Lake Frigid. Because we don't have Winter's Wail, there's not really much need to have any ice, and ice cards also suck. So that does mean that you can't always play the Channel Lake because you need to have another ice, but there are rare occasions where you actually will draw 2 of these, and that makes it really good. So we're on 3 of those. We come on to our Earth cards here. We're on 3 So Tomorrow. Yeah, you can put back a few things with this. It's sort of like your Earth React. It's a bit of recursion. Yeah, it's just generally does what it does. Our other Earth cards are Tome of Harvest. We're playing a lot of cards that are questionable, and you can usually use this to put your bad cards from your arsenal on the bottom of your deck and draw more bad cards. So basically this just does what Crown of Seeds doesn't do when you can't Crown of Seeds. So we're on 3 of this, and we're also on 3 Imposing Visage. This card's very cool. You basically just use it to tutor out Blessing of Patience, but you can also use it to tutor out a few other things. So we're on 3 of that. It also triggers the hammer, obviously, so that's nice. We're on 3 Towering Titan. This is just another target for Imposing Visage, but it also triggers the Titan's Fist, which is really nice, and if you get it off, that's kind of nice too. We're on 3 Showtime. This card's just good value. Triggers Anathos, searches a card, blocks 3, it's a blue, no complaints. And then lastly, we're on 1 Heart of Fjendel. If there's one thing that Oldhim players have, it's friends. So if you don't have one of these, you can just borrow a mate's. And lastly, we're on to round off the 60, we are on a Titanium Bauble. Now, the Classic Battles set actually did quite a lot for the Bauble meta that most people don't realize. This is just a strict upgrade from the original Cracked Bauble. It pitches for 3, and it also blocks for 3, so it's just generally an all-good card. So that rounds out the 60. There's no sideboard because, again, you can't lose with this deck. It's like literally unbeatable. So all we're doing is just playing all of this, including just these equipment. We'll side in the Null Rune if there's a Null Rune hero. We'll side in Sledge for the mirror. But basically, we just play all this. But yeah, there's just literally no way to lose with this deck. You could probably, I've got an undefeated record with it. You could probably go to a locals and you could...